So there are the quality and safety standards for manufacturing foods and the processes also. So you have to make sure these in legal requirements are fulfilled. So the food science degree is inherently multidisciplinary. Yes. So you can it opens up to many opportunities. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for all of the participants that have joined this webinar on time. So for the ones who are not joining this webinar, you can access this webinar from the YouTube later on. All right, so our career counseling department of Fatih Bilingual School. So we have the webinar series, weekly webinar series to introduce about the college majors. So for this week, it is about the food science. Okay, so we'll introduce this major food science in 30 minutes for the explanation of the food science. I hope that you can get more insights and knowledge about this college major. All right, so our outline is the first one. I would like to describe about what is food science. After that, the benefits of the food science or the reasons why you should study food science in the university. And then plan of study, what are the core and advanced courses that are in the university in this major. And then job opportunity, the job prospects in the future, what can you do with this major. And then about the university, what are the best university that having this degree. Okay, so we are going to cover these 5 points during this webinar. The first one, it is about the question here, what is food science? So like usual, I would like to get your participation or your opinion. So what is food science? What do you think? What is food science? You can write on the chat box. Okay, so let's wait your participation here. What is food science? What do you think is food science? Is it related with food, or what kind of study is the food science? Okay, so let's see your opinion about this food science. Or have you heard about this before? Maybe is it about cooking? Is it cooking in the university? Maybe you want to cook something delicious, cheeseburger, or what else, whatever that you like. Is it that kind of college major? Okay, so let's wait for your answer. All right. Okay, so let me read your chat, your opinion about this college major. Okay, so some of you said that it is food that related with the science. Okay, like the name implies. And you don't know. Okay, no problem if you do not know. We will cover that part. Study physical and material and chemical. All right, so some of you know the answer. It's about the physics and also the chemical and the material of food. And it is about the food healthy. Okay, nice. Okay, it is about food healthy. Yes, that's correct. It is all about that one, because for the food science, it is not about the cooking only in the university. Maybe you can get the career as the chef later on if you study the food science. That's also possible. But it is cover a lot of more for the food processing, for the food packaging, and so on. All right, so I will show you a video that is very good, I think, to explain about the food science. So let's watch this video that will introduce about the food science college major. Alright, so I really like this quote. As long as people cannot do photosynthesis, food science will always exist. Okay, so until the end of the world, because the human beings keep eating, and eating, so the world needs food science. Okay, so the food scientists are required for this activity, for the eating process. Okay, so as you can see in the video, it is not only about the eating and eating. If you like eating and also you are interested to want to be a scientist, to research more about the food that you want to eat. Okay, so it is very suitable for you to choose the food science major. All right, so let's continue to our PPT. So as you see before, it is very specific here in the food science. It is not only it is about the food that we eat. There is also they are doing the analysis, like trying some drinks and some foods, which is by analyze the color of food or drinks. Okay, so it is really exciting, right? So if you want to study food science, you can do more interesting things. All right, so the food science, from the name of this college major, it is the study about the microbiology, chemistry, and engineering. So it is not only about the biology, about the food, but it's about the chemistry also. And then there is the engineering, of course, because we are talking about the how to serve, to understand the nature of foods and the principles of the food processing. Of course, it will require the technology and also the engineering. All right, so for the food science, also if you like to solve real world problems, for example, if from the food science can blend between biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, and nutrition to solve the problems of developing a safe, healthy, and nutritious food supply for people everywhere. For example, in a certain part of the country, they lack the nutrients. For example, there was in the Africa, they developed the golden rice. So inside the rice, they put the beta carotene from the carrot there. So while they are eating rice, they also eat the carrot at the same time. So to provide for the malnutrition. Okay, so this is very interesting for the food science. So you can solve many world problems, the real world problems. Okay, so the food science also, like I told you before about the eating, and every human being needs food. So this college major will exist until the end of human being probably. Okay, so with the global population projected to grow to 9.7 billion, yes, by 2050, the world needs scientists who can develop food that are nutritious, clean, and green, not to mention delicious. Okay, so it is very important that the delicious food, they must also be nutritious, that are good for our health, for our body, and they are clean and green. Okay, so the processing of these food materials must be also be considered. You can apply your food science knowledge to develop new ways to improve, preserve, process, package, and store and deliver nutritious food. Maybe you can create a food products that you can preserve for many years. That's all possible. Maybe this food product can be used for a long time. So you can do innovation. And then the second point is about the benefits. So what are the reasons? So why you should study food science? So there are several reasons. The first one is about the job security. It means that the food industry is one of the largest on the planet. Okay, so because it is the main needs of human being, the primary, we are the consumer, so that people will always have to eat. This means if you are working everywhere along the food supply chain, you will always have a job. Okay. Also, there are food companies that close or have layoffs, but chance you can apply your skills to other foods or processes. So many companies, many institutions, and also from the society that they have the food processes, you can get a huge benefit from this practice. And then the second one, this is about the diverse environment. It means that when working in the food industry, there are literally thousands of different jobs available. Okay, so you are not limited to lab work or a desk job, to sit in front of the PC or the computer. It's not that. So it is more, you can explore more in the environment. So okay, it is could be quality, R&D, sales, marketing, manufacturing, in the manufacturing, teaching, or in the government. So the food science degree is inherently multidisciplinary. Yes. So you can it opens up to many opportunities. And the next benefit is about the salary possibilities. Yes. So a degree in food science offers many opportunities to earn top dollar salaries. So in abroad, in USA, you can earn more what is the salary, but also in the Indonesia, for example, it's also possible when you get the annual or the monthly salary from the institution or for the food packaging manufacturers and so on. Okay, and then another possible benefit is the food. Yes, of course, if you love food, you will definitely enjoy working in this industry. So while you are doing what you like, for example, you like eating and you like that certain food, so you can observe how and you can innovate how to package this food and so on. Whether you are creating exciting new products, testing products for quality, or doing research, okay, you'll be exposed to plenty of amazing food, and you will discover dishes and flavor combination to combine the flavor. For example, you can create a biscuit that has the flavor of fruits and also flavor of meat and so on. You can mix, for example, in the food processes. That's not possible. So you can create a new taste, a new flavor. Okay, you have flavor that was not existed before. Okay. You may even like it. Okay, so it is pretty interesting for this college major. And next is we are going to cover the third point, which is the plan of study. It means that what are the courses that in this college major. Alright, so in the freshman year, in the first year, it is about the natural science biology. So you have to know also about the basic of biology and also natural science, and the contemporary nutrition, about the nutrition, about the vitamins, vitamin A, B, C, and so on, and how the diet in the foods and so on. And public speaking, yes, public speaking is also important for the communication. And then calculus, it is about math, because in the food science, not only about the biology, but also physics, chemistry, and engineering, okay? So it is important to know the calculus, about the advanced math. And then introduction to food science and science of food preparation, how to prepare food, packaging, and the processes. Okay, in the sophomore year, there is the general chemistry, introduction to microbiology. So in my university, when I studied under the undergraduate program of the biological science, I also took an elective course from the food science technology department. So I took this about the microbiology, food microbiology. It was really interesting how they study about the food, if there's the contamination from the microbiology, how to preserve the food so that it will not contaminated by the bacteria. So we study about the microbiology there in the food processes. It's really interesting. And then there's also about the humanities, social science, because it's related with the food processes, the packaging of the food, in the manufacturing of food. So it's important here. And statistics in the math. And then in the junior year, some of the courses like the food analysis, introduction to biochemistry, food chemistry, food processing engineering, sensory evaluation of foods, okay, testing food, maybe they have the standards for the sensory evaluation. And then in the senior year, at the food ingredient technology, food processing lab, advanced composition, and so on, food product development, okay. So in the junior year, in the they have, okay, this one senior in the senior year, like food product development, okay. So it is really interesting to study about the food, but it's not only about the biology, but also the engineering, math, physics, and also chemistry. All right, so the fourth one is about the job opportunity. While there are some jobs that are directly related to a food science degree, such as food technologies or nutritional therapies, but there are also many jobs that perhaps don't directly relate to this college major, but use many of the skills that you can study from this degree, food science. So if you have the skills that you study from the food science college major, then you can apply these skills in the careers, in the job opportunities. So we know that this degree this has a broad aspect as food science. There are so many different options available, so you can easily feel quite yes, you can choose which one is suitable for you. Okay, so the first one, the first type of career is food scientist or technologies or food technologies. So in this role of work, you will work closely with the production team to research and develop innovative recipes using new and existing ingredients. So you can create the new food products. Okay, so this must be to satisfy a specific condition, such as having a low fat or low sugar content. Maybe you know about some biscuit that is said that it has the low sugar content, and then because there is the needs for the people to consume low sugar, so that's why it is they can be suitable for the specific purpose. Okay, and then this also you will need to make sure that all food products are at acceptable safety and quality. Yes, so there are the quality and safety standards for the manufacturing foods and the processes also. So you have to make sure these legal requirements are fulfilled. And this role also demands extremely high standards of cleanliness and safety. Yes, this is so important. And then next career is nutritional therapist. So if you are good at understanding and interpreting potentially complicated facts and concepts about the food, you can explain to other people in the informative way, then you should become this nutritional therapist. So you can do consultation to the people. So you work privately, helping individuals on one-on-one basis by making personal dietary recommendation. Maybe for this for this person, what should you suggest about the dietary products and so on. Okay, and then next there is a quality assurance manager. This to make sure that food products meet the correct standards that set out in the regulation, because in every country there is a regulation for food, and in Indonesia there's also concern about the halal food, so they must concern about this packaging food. So yes, this manager, it is has to get to a police role in the food industry. Individuals working in quality assurance ensure that food products meet the correct standards. Okay, so you have to have the logical mindset if you want to take this career. You must be very organized and strategic with excellent problem-solving ability. Okay, so we are facing the problems in the food industry. So you have to have the skills like problem-solving abilities. Next career is a chef. Okay, so when you learn about the food science, you can also be a chef. Okay, so you love to cook. This can be incredibly rewarding career for you. Okay, so you can apply many knowledge that you get during the study in the food science, and you can create or make a new food. Okay, you can create a new food that will be popular, for example, and so on. Okay, it's also possible. And then next is marketing manager. So for the marketing manager, it is more a creative role, which is the career in food marketing that you can find, like for example, on packaging, social media, how to promote the food in the Instagram, on the Twitter and the Facebook, and then consumer research or advertising, marketing companies, and so on. So many. The company's brand and image, the food company's marketing, and it is quite challenging as you are dealing with perishable products that are often that's not in demand, so that it is not changing the consumer trends. For example, the consumer likes to consume this kind of the biscuits that are mixed with milk, but you want to create a new product that is milk with the honey, for example. Okay, so you have to consider about the trending of the consumers. Okay, so it is marketing manager. And next is the procurement or purchasing manager. So maybe you are not so familiar with this term for the procurement. So it is about the obtaining and buying items at the best price possible. So if you know about the food science, you know the packaging, the processes of make the food, so you can know in the food business. It means that you can purchasing the ingredients, materials for packaging, or the operational, for example, for the corporate any requirement. So you can do these careers for the purchasing manager. Okay, you must also be good at negotiation, because this is the communication skill with the people. But you must be very organized. Okay. Next career is the last one is the toxicologist. Okay, so it is about toxin. It's very dangerous, right? About toxin. They study toxic materials and how they affect humans, animals, and the environment. So they conduct studies on food, air, water, and soil to determine how different chemicals and biological substances alter them and assess any risk or potential harmful effects. So there are many cases in the world, like the food poisoning, like from like a village, for example, when they eat something together and they will get the food poisoning and they must go to the hospital. Okay, so they must check this phenomenon, and they just conduct the research about this toxin. Okay, so this one is also possible. You have to have the strong science-based background is vital. You want to be a scientist, maybe you can choose this career, that are toxicologist. Okay. All right. So the last part is about the university. In university, the best in Indonesia, but in the world, in the USA, Europe, Australia, and in the Asian countries, so many universities they provide this college major, food science. Okay, so let's see in the Indonesia. So in from the IPB, and then Brawijaya, UGM, and then Unpad, from the private university like the Universitas Prasetya Mulia and Binus University. They also has this degree for the food science. And many in Indonesia is related with the food technology. Jadi ada jurusannya namanya teknologi pangan, ya, jurusan teknologi pangan, atau ada jurusan ilmu pangan, tapi kebanyakannya itu sebagai teknologi pangan. But in the abroad, in the university, it is called as the food science. Okay, food science, the science that study about the food. So it is also related with the engineering. Okay, jadi ini masuk juga ke bagian dari teknik, ya, dari teman-teman harus persiapkan ini. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. So if you have any question, you can write on the Q&A. Later on, I will next slide. I will give you the link to fill the evaluation form, and please answer the questions in the evaluation form. Okay, so I hope that you fill the form, all of you, the polling, I mean, and then after that you can fill the form. Okay. All right. So this evaluation form is in the bit.ly. After that, ITCM evaluation. Okay. So I will copy the link also and write in the chat box, so you can visit this. Okay, you can visit this link. Okay, here it is. ITCM evaluation. All right. Okay. See you in the next webinar. So I hope that everyone can get something useful about this college major. See you in the next webinar series about the college major. Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.